Good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Dvijan Pujara, working as a physiotherapist in UN Mehta Hospital since 7 years. Today, my topic is pain gate mechanism and role of physiotherapy in pain management. Content of my topics are what is pain, benefit of pain sensation, component of pain sensation, pathways of pain sensation, pain gate mechanism at spinal level, pain gate mechanism at brain level, significant role of pain gate mechanism. First of all, we discuss what is pain. Pain is defined as an unpleasant and emotional experience associated with or without actual tissue damage. Pain sensation is described in many ways like sharp, pricking, electrical, dull ache, shooting, cutting, stabbing, etc. Often it introduces crying and fainting. Types of pain. Acute pain, a sharp pain of short duration with easily identified cause. Often it is localized in small area. Before spreading to neighboring areas, usually it is treated by medication. Chronic pain is the intermediate or constant pain with different intensities. It lasts for longer period. It is somewhat difficult to treat. Chronic pain and it needs professional expert care. Benefit of pain sensation. Pain is important sensory symptoms. Through it is unpleasant sensation. It has protective or survival benefits such as pain give warning signal about experience of a problem or threat. It also create awareness of injury. Pain prevent further damage by causing reflex withdrawal the body from the source of injury. Pain forces the person to rest to minimize the activities thus enabling rapid healing or injured part. Pain urges the person to take required treatment to prevent major damage. Component of pain sensation. Pain sensation has two components: fast pain, slow pain. Fast pain is the first sensation whenever stimulus is applied. It is experienced as a bright, sharp, and localized pain sensation. Fast pain is followed by the slow pain, which is experienced as a dull, diffuse, and unpleasant pain. Receptor for the both components of pain are same. Example, free nerve endings. But afferent nerve fibers are different. Fast pain sensation is carried by A delta fiber and slow pain sensation is carried by C type of nerve. Pathways of pain sensation. Pain sensation from various part of body is carried by brain by different pathways which are following. First number, pathway from skin and deeper structure, pathway from face, pathway from viscera, pathway from pelvic region. From skin and deeper structures. Receptors. Receptors of pain sensation are free nerve endings which are distributed throughout the body. Second component, first order neuron. First order neuron are the cells in posterior nerve root ganglia which receive impulse of pain sensation from pain receptors through their dendrites. This impulse transmitted to spinal cord through the axon of these neurons. Fast pain fibers. Fast pain sensation is carried by A delta type of afferent fibers which synapse with the neurons of marginal posterior gray horn. Slow pain fiber. Slow pain sensation is carried by C type afferent fibers which synapse with the neurons of substantia gelatinosa Raynaud's in posterior gray horn. Second order neurons. Neurons of marginal nucleus and substantia gelatinosa of Raynaud from the second order neurons. Fiber from these neurons ascend in the form of the lateral spinothalamic tract. Fast pain fibers. Fiber of fast pain arise from neurons of nucleus. Immediately after taking origin, the fiber crosses the midline via anterior marginal, the gray commissure, reach the lateral white column of the opposite side and ascend. These fibers from the neospinothalamic fiber in lateral spinothalamic nucleus of thalamus. Some of the fibers terminate in ascending reticular activating system of midbrain. Slow pain fibers. Fiber of slow pain which arise from neurons of substantia gelatinosa cross the midline and run along the fiber of fast pain as paleo-spinothalamic fiber in lateral spinothalamic tract. One-fifth of this fiber terminate in ventral posterolateral nucleus of thalamus. Fiber terminating in any of the following areas: nuclei of reticular formation of brainstem, tectum of midbrain, gray matter surrounding adequate salience. Third order neuron. Third order neuron of pain pathways are neurons in thalamic nuclei, reticular formation, tectum, gray matter around adequate salvus. Axons from these neurons reach area of cerebral cortex. Some fibers from reticular formation reach hypothalamus. Center of pain sensation. Center of pain sensation is post-central gyre of parietal cortex. Fibers reaching hypothalamus are concurred with arousal mechanism due to pain stimulus. Second, from face. Pain sensation from face is carried by trigeminal nerve. From viscera, pain sensation from thoracic and abdominal viscera is transmitted by sympathetic nerve. Pain from esophagus, trachea, pharynx is carried by vagus and glossopharyngeal nerve. Neurotransmitter involving in pain. Glutamate and substance P are the neurotransmitters secreted pain nerve endings or delta afferent fibers which transmit impulse of fast pain secrete glutamate. The type C fiber which transmit impulse of slow pain secrete substance P. Analgesic pathway that interferes with pain transmission is often considered as descending pain pathway, the ascending pain pathway being the afferent fibers that transmit pain sensation to the brain. Role of analgesic pathway in inhibiting pain transmission. First, fiber of analgesic pathways arise from frontal lobe of cerebral cortex and hypothalamus. Second, these fibers terminate in the gray matter surrounding the third ventricle and adequate of salvus. Third, fiber from here descend down to brainstem and terminate on first nucleus raphe magnus situated in reticular formation of lower pons and upper medulla. Second, nucleus reticularis perigingitocellularis situated in medulla. 4. Fiber from these reticular nuclei descend through lateral wide column of spinal cord and reach the synapse of the neurons in afferent pain pathway situated in anterior gray horn. Synapse of afferent pain pathway are between A delta type afferent fibers and the neurons of marginal nucleus, C type afferent fibers and neurons of substantia gelatinosa of Rolando. Fifth, at sympathetic level, analgesic fibers release neurotransmitters and inhibit the pain transmission before being relayed to brain. Neurotransmitters of analgesic pathway. Neurotransmitter released by the fibers of analgesic pathways are serotonin and opioid receptor substance, namely enkephalin, dynorphin, and endorphin. Gate control theory. Psychologist Ronald Balzac and anatomist Patrick Weil proposed the gate control theory of pain in 1965 to explain the pain suppression. According to them, pain stimulation transmitted by the afferent pain fibers are blocked by gate mechanism located at the posterior gray horn of spinal cord. If the gate is open, pain is felt. If gate is closed, pain is suppressed. We understand about mechanism of gate control at the spinal level. When pain stimulus is applied of any part of the body beside the pain receptors, the receptors of sensations such as a touch are also stimulated. In this image is shown that when stimulation is applied to any body parts area, touch receptors are stimulated. After that, this impulse reaches to the spinal cord through the posterior nerve root. Then this impulse sent to the collaterals to the neurons of the pain pathway. Impulses of touch sensation passing through this collateral inhibit the glutamate and substance P from the pain fibers. The gate is closed and pain transmission is blocked. This is occur at the level of the spinal cord. But when the gate is open, the pain signal reaches to the thalamus via lateral spinal thalamic tract. Then the transmission occur at the level of the sensory cortex of the brain. Then person respond to pain sensation based on integration of all information to the brain. After that, brain determines the severity and extent of the pain. Then it to minimize the severity and extent of the pain, the brain send to the message to back to the spinal cord via a periaqueous gray matter, and then it transfer to raphe magnus nucleus, and then this back to the spinal cord and close to the gate by releasing of pain releasing like opioid and peptide 6. Now stimulation is blocked and person feel less pain. When all these impulses reach the spinal cord through the posterior nerve root, the fiber from touch sensation and send collateral to neurons of pain pathway. Example, cell of the marginal nucleus and substantia gelatinosa. Impulse of touch sensation passing through this collateral inhibit the release of glutamate and substance V from pain fibers. These close the gate and the pain transmission is blocked. Now we understand about the role of brain in gate control mechanism. According to Melzack and Wall, brain also play important role in gate control system of spinal cord. If the gate in spinal cord are not closed, pain signals reach the thalamus through the lateral spinothalamic tract. These signals are processed in thalamus and sent to sensory cortex. Perception of pain sensation occurs in cortical level in context of person's emotional status and previous experiences. The persons respond to the pain based on the integration of all these formation in the brain. Thus the brain determines the severity and extent of pain. To minimize the severity and extent of pain, brain sends message to back to spinal cord to close the gate by releasing pain relievers such as opioid peptide 6. Now the pain stimulus is blocked and the person feels less pain. Significance of gate control. Thus, gating of pain at spinal level is similar to presynaptic inhibition. It forms the basis of relief of pain through rubbing, massage technique, application of ice pack, acupuncture, electric analgesia. All these techniques are relieved by pain stimulation. The release of endogenous pain relievers, which close the gate and block the pain signals. Now we start role of physiotherapy in pain relief. There are many type of equipments are used in physiotherapy department like ultrasound, TENS, massage, dry needling, thermal therapy like ice pack, heat therapy, or in mainly neurological condition there are used PNF technique. Now we saw that what is ultimate goal of physiotherapy for pain relief. Mainly ultimate goal is tissue healing and recovery of tissue functions. Type of pain. Now we understand the type of pain. There are mainly two type of pain are there: acute pain and chronic pain. Mainly cause in acute pain is generally unknown. Chronic pain is often unknown. Duration of pain in acute pain is short and well characterized. Chronic pain persistent for after healing greater than 3 months. Treatment approach: resolution of underlying cause and usually self-limited. In chronic pain, underlying cause and pain disorder outcome is often pain control or not cure. Now we start transelectric nerve stimulation. Transelectric nerve stimulation is said directly block pain signal from reaching the brain so that the patient never experience them. Electric stimulation has been shown to promote release of endorphin, which are natural painkillers produced by the body. Pain reduction occurs because the applied electric field act to close the body's pain gate mechanism. So three types of TENS are used: conventional TENS, acupuncture TENS, and intense TENS. TENS application are mainly 2-channel and 4-channel electrodes are in use. Black electrodes are mainly negative charge electrode and red is mainly positive charge electrode. Placement of electrode. In 2-channel electrodes, black electrodes are placed in top of the muscle and another red electrode are put in middle of the muscle fiber. 4-channel electrodes are mainly put in wide the body parts area like back pain condition and arthritis of knee conditions. Heat. Mainly heat therapy. By increasing the temperature of the skin, soft tissue, the blood flow will be increased by vasodilation occur, then metabolic rate and in tissue extensibility will also increases. Heat increases oxygen uptake and accelerated tissue healing. It also increases the activity of destructive enzymes such as collagen and increase of the catabolic rate. Now we'll show the laser therapy. Laser used by the physiotherapists are ruby gallium arsenide dyed with different wavelength. Have used galvanic arsenide with pulse infrared with good result. Laser causes release of ACTH and beta endorphins, reduction of prostaglandin E and SOD activity, immunostimulate balance of the intra-extracellular activities and accelerate ATP and collagen synthesis. Contraindication: mainly laser contraindicates over eyes, cancerous lesion, pregnancy, pacemaker, thrombosis, and photochemical drugs. Heat to deeper tissue can be delivered using energy conversion techniques such as diathermy. Shortwave diathermy use constantly reversing oscillating magnetic field which heats up the tissue temperature. It is usually generally moderate to large body part area. Contraindication in patients with underlying cancer, multiple sclerosis, any metallic implant, including pacemaker, it is generally avoided during pregnancy, overgrowing epiphysis, and over eye. Ultrasound. Ultrasound is dual. It is a thermal effect in the treated area but also has non-thermal effect due to the mechanical properties of sound head being physically in contact with the body. Because its effect on A delta fibers and C fibers, it can provide pain relief and decrease muscle spasm. Ultrasound can cause microstreaming and this improves metabolic process, enzyme activity, and alters the ion exchange speed in the area treated. When pain relieving ions are introduced using ultrasound, the technique is referred as a phonophoresis. Commonly used chemical introduced in this manner are iodinic hydrocortisone NSAIDs like PRO for pain relief or decreasing inflammation. Medication molecules were found to travel up to tissue depth distance of 2 inches. Cryotherapy. Cryotherapy uses the physiological effect of cold. It is generally considered in the treatment of acute inflammatory condition and muscle spasm. Cooling causes the large myelinated and small unmyelinated nerve fibers to decrease their nerve conductivity, pain perception, and contractility of the muscles. Therefore, decreasing consequently muscle spasm is diminished. Initially, the blood flow to the area decreases, but after 15 minutes, it also increases. It contraindicated in patients with Raynaud's phenomena. It usually continuously with treating people with peripheral vascular disease, circulatory problems, sensory loss. Therapeutically, cryotherapy is used either by directly application of the cold or ice pack or vapor-coolant spray. Usually prior to manual therapy techniques, deep friction, tissue stretching, or massage, the latter generally used in treatment of trigger point. Cryotherapy has been found to particularly helpful in acute rheumatic arthritis. Now we start combination therapy. Combination therapy involves simultaneous application of ultrasound and electric stimulation therapy. In Europe, mainly combination therapy, dynamic current are used. In US, bipolar interferential therapy used. Main advantages is accommodation effect accompany if treatment are reduced. Lower intensity are used to achieve the effect. Localized lesion, example diagnostic uses localization of ultrasound treatment to provide increased accuracy effectiveness in treating deeper lesion and trigger points. Now we show that combination therapy. In combination therapy, there are mainly ultrasounds and interference therapy or IFT are used. Mechanism: exposure of peripheral nerves to ultrasound reduce the membrane resting potential by increasing its permeability to various ions. By virtue of this adjust permeability, the nerve membrane is taken closer to its threshold. Through it doesn't usually make the nerve fiber. Simultaneous application of the interferential current through the nerve induce the depolarization potential through it will take smaller current than used to achieve it. This due to the potential effect of ultrasound. Diagnostic use: the continuous ultrasound output is mainly 0.5 volt per centimeter square should be used. A frequency of 1 MHz is preferable. If output is most commonly to set 100 Hz using bipolar output. Maximal sensitivity is assumed to be focal point of the lesion. Therapeutic uses of combination therapy. The individual dose for ultrasound and IFT should be those which are appropriate for the lesion and the required effect. No specific contraindication for combination therapy other than those for the individual modalities. Thank you.